Today, we're going to tear apart one of the truly iconic songs from the NES, the jungle theme from Contra. Up next. Well, welcome in, everyone. I am the Techno Funk Boy, and we are going to be tearing apart some video game music today. Now, for those of you who are new to this channel, sometimes we do some video game music reactions, and sometimes on stuff that I've heard before. We're going to tear these apart, pull the channels apart so that you can hear each one and figure out what makes these songs tick. Really appreciate you being here. If you do enjoy this video, I do hope that you will subscribe. We very recently hit 500 subs, and I have actually a few different things planned to celebrate that, but getting sick for the last few weeks really put a delay on all my plans, and so that's going to be we're going to be talking about that very, very, very soon. But very much appreciated. So this is one of the songs of my people. Contra was actually the second game I got on NES. I had played it at a neighbor's house, and I told my sister that she would really, really like it, and if we split it, and so we bought it together, and I played it by far more than my sister did, and I actually still have the card. I did actually reimburse her for her half of it eventually when I just declared it to be mine, but I must have heard Stage 1 theme, the jungle theme, a bazillion times. And so that is actually what we're going to be playing today. And so when I actually started tearing this thing apart, I was a little bit surprised. It didn't sound underneath the way I expected it to. And so, without further delay, let's actually listen to the song as it is, and then we'll start picking things apart. So Nice. All right, it's actually a pretty long loop. It's nearly about 50-second loop there, which is pretty big. So the thing that took me aback is, so a lot of you already know this. Just bear with me just a second. Typically, an NES game will use 4 channels, but there is an optional 5th one. So there are the 2 kind of pulse channels, and then there's the triangle wave, which is normally the bass, and it is the bass in this one. Then there's the noise channel, which will often be used for just kind of percussive sounds. It's static. But the 5th channel is there that you can actually put samples in there. Now, with the extremely limited memory of the NES, these were not typically very big samples. They were typically very, very tiny, in fact, if it was used at all. And a lot of times it wasn't. This game actually does use it, and that did surprise me. In just kind of listening to it, I didn't pick it. I didn't necessarily pick it out right away. But let's start off. Let's start off with the square waves, the pulse channels. These are going to be handling our melody and harmony. We're just going to play both of them together. So right now they're just perfect sync harmonies. Hearing the harmony channel kind of add those little things to it, right? Where you hear it more now. They're adding more rhythmic things to kind of increase the energy of the song. So where we started off very much in sync, now we're hearing that harmony channel drop out and add little things. So we're going to solo that channel by itself. And we're actually hear how it drops out. It's doing the harmony, and then it will drop into something else. Sometimes it actually changes the tone of the wave in order to have a kind of a different effect. It has a very cool effect of making it sound like there's instruments being added in, but of course there's not. There's very limited, channels here. But we're going to hear it here. See how that time it was an octave. Here it's going to be a change in the tone. You hear that? And then here's where it's more in tune. But these are I love how they do this stuff. They either will play with it in different octaves where it'll like rise up and it's going to hit a long note, but it's not a long note. It's actually going to drop it immediately. But the melody is carrying the note, and it's going to drop down into a different octave. Or if it's on the same octave, they're going to change the tone of it in order to make it sound different, sound like a different instrument coming in. So, did you hear that? And I think they're actually in unison here. Like you don't even notice that one has dropped out. Same thing with there. And those are in unison, and so it will have the melody part hold the note, and the harmony part is going to drop and do something else. Very, very clever. Very cool. Let's talk about the drums a little bit here, because this is going to be a combination of our noise channel, which is going to be using these static noises in order to get like a little bit of a percussive pop in there, and then our sample channel that is going to be providing the kick and the snare. So I'm gonna play them together. This is what the noise channel's doing. That's it. That's the whole thing. It's really interesting. And then I'll start from the beginning. And if you would listen to the sample channel without the noise channel, it sounds like this. So you hear how these two together are actually are creating a kind of wild, complicated, very, 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 very heavy, active drum part. That's very, very cool. And to round out the rhythm section, this bass line is insane. It's all over the place. This is really driving the intensity. Now we're in part B now. Now we're actually hitting into more traditional, just kind of rhythmic bass lines, but that galloping rhythm is let me get back here, because I love this rhythm. This kind of galloping rhythm is really moving the song. So cool. Let's listen to the rhythm section together, because it's very, very cool. You can even hear how the noise channels adding a little bit of a pop to the bass. Let's listen to that. All this is working together. It's very, very. This is an intense beat. This is really cool. Into that kind of more traditional rhythm there. Gosh, it's good. The heavy bass, that kick drum sound, just really pushing the bass as well. It's an extremely aggressive bass part, and I should say rhythm section as a whole, which we need here, because besides this kind of this opening, this very, very quick opening, which really sets the mood for the level. The melody and harmony are not very fast. They do some rhythmic things that kind of amp things up a little bit, but they're not very fast. And so the rhythm section is providing that clip that you're playing to, that, things are going haywire, and there's, bad guys coming from all directions, and, all that is kind of feeding into that, and it lets the melody and the harmony take their time, which I think is very, very cool. So let's listen to the combination of everything again. Now that you've heard the parts and you're going to be able to hear them more distinctly in the song, let's listen to it all again. All right. That's the jungle theme. That is a great, great tune, and one that I've listened to so much. So much. Contra's a great game with great music, and this is absolutely one of my favorite themes. So appreciate y'all tuning in. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do. Please hit the like button. Leave a comment if you enjoyed the video. If there's another song that you want, you would like to hear in this format, kind of tearing the channels apart, listening to the individual channels to see what's going on there. Give me some suggestions. I have kind of a growing list of suggestions for both reactions and doing this more in depth stuff with, and looking forward to getting into a lot more of it. It's this music is really good, and I really like kind of getting into it and seeing how it works. And so, stay tuned. 500 sub celebrations will be here soon. If the link to Discord is below, we talk a lot about Dungeons and Dragons, role-playing stuff, as well as game music, and the like. And that's going to also keep you updated with all the other stuff that I'm doing, including my new album just came out. And so if you do want to hear it, it's called The Dragon and the Witch by the Techno Funk Boy. And it isn't on all the places now. And so if you're on Discord, you're going to get notified on all of the streams, the podcast, and the videos, as well as new music coming out. And so with that, I think we're done. All right. We'll talk to you next time. Thank you.